Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forensic Void. My name is Michael, and today I'll be bringing you an episode about Suchir Balaji, the ChatGPT whistleblower that was recently found dead, leaving the city of San Francisco to quickly rule it a suicide. As of now, his parents are coming out contesting that and have started several independent investigations. Today, we're going to dive into all this content and give you all the facts to decide for yourself. Please like and subscribe to this video if you enjoy the content so we can continue making it for you. Enjoy the video.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
So there you guys saw an introduction into who this gentleman was, as well as a little bit about what he was doing in regards to his claims against ChatGPT. Now, the thing that I want to get into next is talking about the circumstances of his death, because as you know, it's natural for us to question whenever a whistleblower just suddenly dies, especially one that in his recent social media and according to his family, he had been doing well and was very happy overall. This was not a guy who was struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts or anything like that from what we know of. So let's go ahead and show those videos of his family here.
I was the last person to talk to him. He was happy mood. He's not depressed or anything. And it was his birthday week.
He made plans of going to CES in January. That was the last phone conversation he had with anyone. He went into his apartment, he never came out. There was no suicide note left, and there was nobody else in the scene. That doesn't mean they can just come to conclusion. And we have seen the bloodshots in the bathroom, signs of fight in the bathroom.
Vigil organizers say they're honoring Balaji's bravery and raising awareness to corporate accountability in artificial intelligence.
So there you heard from his parents confirming that he was doing well, he was excited about coming home for the holidays, and overall there were no signs of distress or suicidal thoughts. In the next video, we're going to dive into a more lengthy interview with the parents on Business Today, and basically they're going to talk about how the apartment was found with blood stains and different things that imply a struggle, as well as how they feel that the police were jerking them around back and forth, ruling it a homicide, then a suicide, and what they called playing games with them. They also talk about their son's journals and other things that imply again that he was doing very well at the time. So here we go. Here's that longer video for you guys.
I know you and your family is going through tough times. Thank you for doing this interview. And before starting the interview, let me tell this to your family on behalf of my network that we are standing rock solid with your family as far as this fight is concerned. So whenever, whatever is required, do let us know.
Sure.
Yeah. Purnima ma'am, first of all, would like to ask you that his body was found on December 26th, after which the police in San Francisco has to say that it's a clear case of suicide. But I have gone through your social media post in which you have written about blood stain, some struggle in the bathroom, etc.,
Yes.
etc. Talk to us a little bit about it. What the police investigators are saying and what the private investigators are saying.
Our private investigation is still in very, very early stage, and
Okay.
police have not done any investigation. They
Okay.
took 14 minutes to make their cause of their determination,
Okay.
and they did not take into conclusion there was no suicide note. They didn't even, a medical examiner didn't even check with me what was his mental state. There are
Okay.
a couple of factors that are very vital to make a determination. They were all brushed off.
Okay.
And past 2 weeks, we have been trying our best to reach the medical examiner's office, chief of police, and every day our attorney tells a different story.
Okay. And what made you believe that this is not a case of suicide? Did you find anything inside the apartment? Did you find anything suspicious?
Yes, his like there was sign of searching for something in the bedroom, and in
Okay.
the bathroom, like dustbin had fallen down, and the
Okay.
blood spots like near the sink were separate from the main bloodstream. And
Okay.
what they told is, he was sitting, but there is movement of the blood.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
very difficult for us to describe all these things. Unfortunately, since our attorney did not support us, we
Mm.
have to do these investigations on our own. And we also believe that his desktop was ransacked
Okay.
because we found it to be on that day.
Okay.
And when he is a very secretive person, and he had a password. And
Okay.
it was not December 26th, as you earlier said, it was November 26th. November
Yeah.
26th, when police went, they say the computer was on.
Okay.
And why would it be on for 3 days? Computer will sleep for some time, right? After
Yeah.
being awake some time, that was
Yeah.
not the. And another observation we had was in the Chrome,
Mm.
the the cache, you have heard of the cache, right? The storage
Mm.
cache for the Google
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
That temp data was deleted prior to we bringing it home.
Okay.
29th November is the earliest timestamp we have for the temp files. This is something that so one of our investigation is to
What
find
files, ma'am? Can you repeat it again?
the temp files.
Okay. Okay.
Temp files should be there for the history of the Google Drive.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Those temp files were only when we started accessing it. So
Okay.
we want some forensic expert to look at it.
Okay.
And we have journal that he wrote up to November 15th. There's
Okay.
nothing disturbing in that journal. We have
Oh,
downloaded his chat was already downloaded. We
okay.
went through each and every chat message he had with his friends. There was nothing disturbing. And he went on a vacation for 1 week
Mm.
with his friends. He was upbeat. He
Mm.
came back from vacation on 22nd afternoon,
Mm.
and he spoke to Balaji, my husband. He was very happy. In fact, when he got down from LA in Uber,
Hmm.
leasing office saw him coming down with big suitcases. He said he was happy and he said he came from LA.
I just want to say, first of all, I give my condolences to the both of you. I can't imagine having to bury your own child at the peak of his life in his 20s. I have a 6-year-old, and just the thought of losing them to something like this with no answers is devastating. So, wanted to go ahead and say that first. And regarding the topic, I don't think that it's sounding much like a suicide to me from what she's saying. I mean, in that video, she said that there were blood stains in the hallways or around the apartment. I did see footage that I'm not going to share with you guys because it's quite graphic, but there was an investigator that the parents took to the apartment, and they walked around and basically showed the blood stains, and there were clear blood puddles and stains almost all the way to the entryway of the door. So the claim is that the police told her that he was killed or killed himself, I'm sorry, while he was sitting on the couch. But what the parents are saying is there's trails of blood through the whole apartment, including by the front door, like there was an attempted exit. So clearly something's not adding up. I think anytime you have whistleblowers that are dying shortly before testifying or speaking to feds or doing reports, it's highly suspicious. We saw last year what happened with the Boeing whistleblowers, where 2 or 3 of them died under mysterious circumstances shortly before testifying. I think one they claimed was a suicide. I don't remember the specifics on that, but it was pretty bad. And we obviously know the famous one, the Jeffrey Epstein situation, where he was in prison, supposedly in a secure cell where you can't commit suicide. You have no access to things to kill yourself. And yet, on the same day that he killed himself, there were reports of the security cams for his cell and his hallway just so happened to be off. And in addition to that, he also apparently had prison guards that didn't actually work for the prison. So, you know, whenever there's a high profile whistleblower and billions of dollars or politicians at stake, anything like that, I tend to lean towards believing that something suspicious happened. And this case is no different. While I leave it to you guys to decide in closing what you believe, I think all the circumstantial evidence in this case and how things have unfolded make it very clear to me that this wasn't a guy who committed suicide. I think I see a vibrant, you know, good-looking young guy at the peak of his career that, by all accounts from his family and his friends, is a very happy guy. And he's writing journals. He's telling family that he's going to visit soon for vacation, that he's doing well. I think none of this adds up. And the fact that they return autopsy results in I think she said 40 seconds or 40 minutes, they made a determination and basically closed the case that it was a suicide is a little weird to me. I also find it odd that they're not listing the cause of suicide. So they're not saying he took pills or anything. So there's really no way to corroborate or verify that information for anyone investigating this. So yeah, really sad story. Rest in peace to Suchir Balaji, and I'm really sorry again to his parents that have to bury their child. Hopefully we get answers. I'm doubtful always that we'll get the truth, but maybe if we keep pushing and keep prying, we can have a little bit of faith that we can get some answers at some point. But anyway, guys, this is a sad video. It's unfortunate. I wanted to bring you this information. I hope you like the video, and again, if you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. Have a great week, everyone.